Dude, I don't know why emergency room doctors are never impressed with your emergency. Right? It's such a big deal for you. Least they can do is like, wow, how did you do this? But no matter what you go with, they're like, so, you've got a knife in your butt. So, go stand in the knife in the butt line. Full line of people with knives in their butts. Hello, how are you? Back again, I say, yes, you know how I live.
Those experts, those performers in those works of art, when they are being penetrated, they sound like they're made of roller skates and lollipops. Oh, wow. Uh-huh. Super, yeah. Like you had an anime cartoon and just removed anything that was possibly negative or dangerous. Oh, whoa. Oh, wow. Uh-huh. And primarily, yes. I don't have that. I can do that for a few seconds, then I lose it. When I am getting fucked in my asshole, I sound like somebody's dad woke up in the middle of the night and didn't turn the lights on. Ow! God damn it! Shit! 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 Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Jesus Christ, who put that there?
If I live in a suburb where models just sort of run around with their portfolios, they have these big portfolios under their arm running around. I'm like, can't you put that shit on a USB by now? What the hell? They love it. And they always look at me like I'm trying to sell them the big issue. I was like, what are you doing? I'm looking at them like, sorry. Oh. So beautiful. I bet you never leave your clothes in the washing machine till they stink. You're so perfect. Mwah.
I'm constantly performing at events where comedy's not meant to be done. That I'm a professional at doing comedy where it's not meant to be done. I just performed for an organization called Bonei Olam. Anybody hear of this? Yeah. It's a Hasidic organization from Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Not the cool part, that other part. And they work with women who are challenged with fertility issues. The rabbi called me up directly and spoke to me in what sounded very much like English. Hello, hello? Yeah, hello, my name is Rabbi Mach noch Kinder. And I werk mit der Organisation zu called the Bonei Olam. And we work with women who are trying to get pregnant, and we need your help. So I could be there at 3:30.
It's chaos. Like, right, I was listening to a debate show recently on the radio, and they were talking about cannabis legalization. And there was a bloke on there making some good points, and he kept saying there's no logic to the fact that you can buy alcohol in this country legally, but you can't buy weed, which is a far less dangerous drug. Some of you might agree with that, some of you might not agree with that. But the thing is, that argument ignores all the things that we can buy in this country that there's absolutely no logical reason for us to be able to buy. Like, yeah, you can't buy weed. Maybe you should be able to. Do you know what you can buy? Do you know what every single person in this room could buy tomorrow, if you wanted to, and there's no debate as to whether it's right or wrong? A horse.
Every time people find out that I'm from Venezuela, and if they know somebody from there, they think I know them too. Like, there was this lady come up to me, like, oh, you're from Venezuela. I know somebody from there. You probably know him. His name is Jose. No last name. I was like, lady, there's a lot of Jose's in Venezuela. I'm not gonna know him, all right? But then she showed me the picture. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's my cousin. You gotta like it, lady.
You can give blood. That's a great way to help people with cancer. You've got to book an appointment. You can't just turn up with a bucket. Take the blood. We know you need it. This is what the sacrifice wanted. You can't do that. That's murder. But I don't really like needles and shit, but it felt like the right thing to do. Now, the rules have changed, but at the time, they explained to me that if you're a gay man and you've had sex with another man in the last 3 months, then you can't give blood. yeah. And this made me very angry, man. I was like, well, with regret, that means that I qualify to get blood because things aren't going well for me, honey. I can't lie. I'm having a dry spell. Very dry.
I have 4 cats, 2 dogs. I love my dogs. But one of my dogs, Alfie, my little dog Alfie, is so fucking stupid. He's a rescue. He's never been right. Alfie has a look in his eyes that you only get from a guy in an army jacket sitting alone on a swing set in the rain. He will be outside romping and playing for 5 hours, running around the yard, barking at squirrels, and then finally I'll let him in. I'm like, oh, thank God I'm inside. Oh, I almost peed outside. I had to pee so bad. Oh, God. This feels so good. Oh, I almost peed on the tree. Is this the antique your mom gave you? Nope, happy to market. Thank me later. Oh, God.
I was in Mammoth Mountain in California. Now, you guys will know exactly what I said when you hear what this person said to me. But there was all these people crowded around this cave area. And I said to this guy, I said, oh, what's going on in there? And he looked at me and said, oh, there's a bear in there. Now, you know exactly what I said. I looked at this guy right in the face. I'm a grown man, and I went, and a chair as well. And he looked at me like I was a lunatic. Like, what kind of shit detective does he think I am?
If you've never had an anxiety attack whilst high, imagine something terrible and then make it unexpectedly worse. So it's like being bitten by a snake, which already sucks. You're already like, oh God, oh no, oh no. And then as the snake slithers away, it hisses the name of your ex. Samantha. Like, fuck you, snake, did she send you? Tell her I died in another woman's arms. And tell her that woman begged you to bite her as well so she can join me in the afterlife. But no, then tell her that I stopped you from biting her and let you bite me some more because I wanted you to live your best life. Tell her I'm not selfish. Tell her I'm not selfish.
Like, celebrities seem very depressed, don't you think? Every time you read an interview with one of them, they're always talking about their mental health. Or it's like drug addicts, or like, oh yeah, I'm sober. It's been really tough for me. And I think it's weird. I think for us it's kind of strange because they seem to have everything that we're told we should want. You know, they've got power and money and success and all these things we're sort of sold the idea of. And so I have a bit of a theory based on the celebrity hall pass. I think celebrities are so depressed because when they get famous, they do a deal with the devil. And the devil goes, yes, yes, yes. You can have it all. You could be famous. It's going to be so good. You can have everything. But there is this one little thing. You do have to sleep with everyone who has you on their celebrity hall pass. That's why Leonardo DiCaprio is always on a boat offshore with models. He's so scared if he docks on land, there's just going to be like 50 Toyota Camrys. It's just husbands dropping off their wives, being like, here you go, Leo, you know, a deal's a deal. Take care of her. Leo he's just there for days, like, The next week he's got an interview with GQ. They say, how are you, Leo? He goes, yeah, my mental health's really bad. Really bad. Oh, whatever.
I used to have a wealth manager. I used to have wealth also. And fun couple of years, now we're back here. So, I only got this guy because I don't know what to do with money. People started asking questions like, Kanan, what do you do with your money? What do I do? I throw it in the air. It's like, no, Kanan, where is your money? It's in the bank. Apparently, that's very stupid now. To put money in the bank. Do you know that? It's very dumb. People are like, money in the bank? Oh, fucking dumb fuck. Fucking in the bank. Yeah. I told him he's dumb. Bro, what about inflation? What about inflation? Dude, something is there about. Everyone brings up inflation and does not explore the subject. Like you ask people, what is inflation? Like, inflation, bro, it's crazy, dude. What is it, dude? It's crazy, dude. It's like these days, it's like 38, 20, 27. It's a lot, bro. It's crazy. Something divided by something into 100 is 8. That's bad. Nobody knows. Dude, the purchasing power of the rupee has decreased. So don't do it. No. Increase it. With rupee, you can buy less now. So I buy more. What is the problem? People say, don't put money in your bank. Invest money. Invest. What does that mean? Buy shares? No. The stock market actually is very volatile. So make a safe investment, like a mutual index, term, systematic fund plan. Right? Well, like, what do? They buy shares. But it's safe if strangers do it for you with no consequence. So I got this wealth manager dude, and I wanted to make a retirement plan, okay? Because I was young and ambitious. And so first question they ask you on retirement plan, you'll love this. They say, when would you like to retire, right? Like, great question, 7:30. Thank you for asking. Very considerate. Second question, more exciting hypothetical. What would you like your post-retirement lifestyle to be like? And dude, this is what all the suffering is for, right? The post-retirement lifestyle. So imagine you're like, okay, post-retirement, I wanna be able to go anywhere, do anything, buy anything. Basics. At least this much. If you tell this to a financial professional, they don't think it's a joke. I've told this dude, he's doing maths. He's like, okay. Buy anything. Okay. This is basic maths. This is advanced maths. When you know there are 15. And he gave me a figure, if you're interested. It takes about 100 crores. To do that, yeah. So if you, about, huh? What about 97? No, you need for inflation. Last question on retirement plan. My favorite question. They ask, when will you die? Really, they ask, because you need enough money from your date of retirement till your death. So when are you planning to die? This wealth manager looks at me like, look, you're 33 now, you will die 70, so then we have to make... He just said it. He just said you will die 70. And he moved on. I was like, dude, what is this? How have you determined my lifespan? What happens if I live beyond 70? It's like, you won't have money. That's why you should die at the allotted time. It's so scary. I asked him, the wealth manager, I was like, well, when will you die? Huh? He's like, oh, actually, I don't die. All wealth managers are immortal. Originally, there was one, and from him we reproduce. Asexually. Because no one will fuck us. Nor should they. Yes, offense. All investment people in the audience, please take offense and invest it. Dude, I just can't believe that's the number one way to make money in the world is financial investment. Yuck. Not having a skill, you just take money someone else made, put it into a company someone else runs, and you wait. When something happens, you become rich. Yay. All your financial dreams are slated to fail, so give them up. That is the moral of this story. I started touring with a full joke about NFTs here. That industry collapsed before I could finish the joke.
I am tired of bars in America that have been ruined by the TV show Bar Rescue. If you're not familiar, it's a TV show hosted by John Taffer, a Gotham City madman who goes around and finds popular drinking establishments around the country that are just having a little bit of trouble, and he shows up and there's a loud, large bully with no talents except the wrong advice for a bar. We need TVs everywhere. That's always the recommendation. Every time you open a door in this place, you should be confronted with a television. Every game, every sport, TV. That's what makes women want to drink. He's a self-proclaimed expert in what makes women want to drink. Let me tell you what makes women want to drink. Nobody I trust more in that regard than someone who could talk pedantically down to a grown-up, responsible alcoholics as if they're children. I watched a lot of the episodes because I waste my life, and given the pandemic that just happened, a lot of the advice leading right up to it was really bad. He was going into bars and being like, people are too spread out here. We need close quarters. Jam them together, okay? There's a patio outside. Close it. You're wasting money. Women aren't gonna drink unless they're crammed together at the bottom of the salad plate. There needs to be a television. Shared plates, okay? Am I right? Karaoke and spitting contest. I realized I just kind of stumbled into, like when you were a kid and they were like, coming up, comedy, HBO, and somebody was doing some nonsense thing. And I just did it. I just did it for you. Thank you for joining me here at the Elysian Theater. I don't know if you know this, the Elysian is Armenian. You can tell because it's the IAN at the end of it. It's the Harry and Ani Elysian Foundation. We're very grateful to them. Did Armenians make it here tonight? What? That's, well, okay. They tried to stop us, but we're here tonight at least. Been a rough couple of years for the Armenians worldwide. There was some war crimes committed against us. There was a blockade or two. And then you try to tune into the news, no matter what happens to Armenians, it doesn't get on the news. You tune into CNN and they're like, the Armenians, we've heard the word, we don't know what they are. Armenians are out there, I guess. If you want to find out more, we suggest you go to tune into the BBC, they'll know. Turn on the BBC, they're not much better. They're like, the Armenians. What really are the Armenians? Armenia, a faraway land, beyond the boundaries of human empathy. Do they truly deserve human rights? To answer this question, we'll be joined this hour by two experts. One of them, a sitting cabinet member in the government of Turkey, and the other, an executive at a petroleum corporation. People are like, he's doing it! He's jamming the Armenian stuff into the special! I know Americans don't care about Armenians. I understand that. But let me try another angle. Americans really do care about a lot Star Wars. So let's try this. Armenians are Wookiees. Large, loud, hairy. They're very good at space chess. Sometimes there's bullets for no reason at all across the chest. Unfortunately, we have a language that's very hard for almost everyone to understand. Only Lord Byron and Han Solo have ever figured it out. No, Chewie, it's not Donor, it's Heroes, Chewie. Each person. Some of you are like, James, you don't even look Armenian. Yeah, well, I've been to Armenia. You know what they say there? You don't look Armenian. Like so glad to be here tonight. Yeah, wait till I lose you. So, I've been flying on Delta Airlines lately. No particular loyalty. They're a major corporation like any other, and I think they should be broken up and run by the government. I'm a Bernie Sanders supporter. For far too long, the top 1% of the top 10% of the top 1% of the first row has controlled more legroom than the bottom 90% of the relative of the bottom. That is the change. So these days, for me, it's Delta. Mostly it's because when I fly there, they call me a sky priority. And I like the sound of that. At first, it's too much. You're like, sky priority? Please, I'm a regular citizen like everyone else. One man, one vote. I never asked for anything more. Please, my father was a sky priority. But then they keep repeating it. They massage your ego with it, with little perks. Oh, right this way, sky priority. A slightly shorter line. And then you find yourself agreeing with it. Like, well, yes, of course. There's a certain ring to it after all. Sky priority. There's nothing wrong with that. My mother always said we were destined for greatness. Sky priority. I think I deserve a separately stanchioned entrance once in a while. Excuse me, are you staring at me? I'm going to move my bag over here. You can look in your own direction. I'm a sky priority, thank you. Well, it means that I'm a priority of these damn skies. All the airlines, they have little categories that they have to compliment you. Make you feel special because you paid too much money or you got lucky and you're an exit row or something. They have these frequent flyer programs. They've been doing these since the 1980s. And it used to start out with just Gold. That was the that was what it all was 40 years ago. Congratulations, you're one of our Gold members. But they had to pile on more shit to sound more special than that over the years. So at this point, Gold status is the lowest category on any air. Gold is the worst. When they board the flight, they're like, we now welcome Gold. Boo. Gold will board last in shame. Gold will be stuffed into the fuselage along with the luggage. Now they have all these categories that are outrank Gold, and it's when you board the flight, it's just a parade of precious metals and gemstones. To get on the fucking flight, when they board, they're like, we now prepare to welcome aboard all members of the elite Sapphire Squadron. All the rest of you will bow your heads. Contemplate the sacrifice of the Sapphire Squadron. And you will kneel in respect and deference as the Sapphire Squadron. The jetway is yours. Oh, what's this? The sacred horn of the sky? What a rare and lucky day. That means that we have someone that outranks even the Sapphire Squadron. The Sapphire Squadron must yield. Yes, yield, I say. For today we welcome aboard a member of the Hermetic Order of the Platinum Chalice. Whatever it is, there's one guy. He's like, well, yes, I'm Platinum Chalice. I'm wearing my epaulets to prove it. I flew 50,000 miles yesterday. Here's the one extra bag that entitles me to excuse me. I'm a member of the Platinum Chalice. I am a member of the Sapphire Squadron, and I suggest you tread lightly. I am also beloved of this airline. Oh, the Sapphire Squadron, I've heard of you. Out of my way, dog. You will pay for this insolence once the One World Alliance hears of it. That's what's happening on Delta Airlines. That's what's happening in the shadow realm. Get into it. Open your eyes. Open your third eyes. It's true, you might have heard ahead of time if you read the notices in any newspaper that happened to smell like lavender. I am a notorious homosexual. Well, you know who's gay now. Everybody's cheering. I'm a friend of Dorothy. That's just a bartender at the bar I go to. I don't always, I'm confused people sometimes. I don't always look or sound gay places I go. Sometimes I get taken for an undercover cop at a pride parade. I get it. I'm okay with that. I understand why. I show up oftentimes with a backpack. I'm taller than 6 feet tall. That's what an undercover cop looks like. And I ask a lot of questions when I show up places. I'm like, hey, you guys are all gay, right? Yeah, me too. I'm gay. I'm definitely, I'm for sure gay. Yeah, whoa. It's so fun being gay, isn't it? Yeah. I forgot everybody's name. Could you repeat your name for me? I just forgot your name, that's all. You guys like Puerto Vallarta? Me too. What'd you bring back? Do you want to party? Do you have stuff to party with? I'm gay, and I'm also 43 years old. That's another way of saying I used to be gay. Now I'm like an advisor on campus. Some old counselor who's like, why, yes, thank you for asking. I do have experience in the field you're interested in. I'm happy to offer you advice and guidance. My office hours are posted. My door is open always. Wide open, you might say. I'm never free, but I'm always available. Oh. I'm fine. I'm doing fine. There used to be people on the internet 10 years ago who would comment on my videos and be like, boy, oh boy, James Adomian, hubba hubba, I'm jerking off right now. Those people are still around, but they've gotten slowly disappointed over the years. They're no longer posting these comments on Tumblr. Now they're on cooler websites. And the comments are more like, when did James Adomian become this like burned out Brooklyn, Silver Lake, beer gut, washed up hipster? And I'm like, please have mercy on me. I'm slowly dying. I'm sorry I can't curate a look for you when it's whack-off time. I am slowly falling down a hole into hell. I also, from time to time, I can look like a failed older gay writer. I love that. The failed writer look, and for me, that's aspirational because I've never tried. And there's something romantic to me about being a like one of these over-the-hill writers who's like, I used to be important. I wrote novels and screenplays, and it's not me who grew more conservative. It's the rest of the country who got too liberal. My ideas are normal. My right-wing gay ideas, why aren't they tolerated? I was rudely thrown out of a Vanity Fair party because I refused to use people's pronouns. Why should a man of letters be burdened with pronouns? I love these guys. I love when they throw their tantrum interviews. Oh, I'm no longer allowed to write what I want to write. You'll have to follow me on Substack. It's catnip to me. Oh, yes, absolutely. You have a stack I can subscribe to? Please, let me see it. Like, oh, in the Soviet system, I would have been exiled to Siberia, but now, in our current regime, I'm consigned to Substack. And I'm always curious. I'm like, yes, what won't they let you write about? Let me see it. And you go there, and it's the same shit they complain about in the interviews, just on the Substack page. Over and over and over again. You scroll down their blog, and that's all Substack is. Substack is a blog. We just stopped using the word blog because it sounds like vomiting walruses. But you get there, and it's just the same complaints. Oh, I'm a right-wing gay, and they won't allow me to do it. And I'm like, yes, what's the writing that you're trying to do that they won't let you? I'm here. I came to your hovel, you persecuted writer. Show me your crumpled pages. You have to scroll down for months into the past. Finally, 6 months previously, there's finally a post where they're like, here's a sample of my unpublishable novel. Chapter the 17th. Oh, he was wet, all right. The young, virile, gay street worker took one look at the older, gay male writer and could tell that he was wet and willing and yet wise. He decided then and there that, oh yes, he would dominate this older, gay male writer. He would force him to submit. He would have his way with his body. As they wiped their brows, the young street worker thought to himself he might roll over and perhaps learn something from this right-wing gay writer. Something wise about the country. Perhaps he might even end the night by subscribing to his Substack page.
My all-time favorite show is Swamp People. These are goyim that live in a swamp. And they're hunting the crocodiles or alligators, whatever beasts are floating down there. And there's 8 people in the cast, and if you put them all together, there's one full set of teeth. They all speak English, and you can't understand a word they are saying. Painting on the land bound this hung and bombed in the jambalaya. You didn't go in the house, hang on, bear dirty, so very jambalaya. I didn't go in the house, I'm going to be in this harbor jambalaya. Season 2, they began to put captions in. So now you can understand what they're saying. We worked hard today, we got the alligator, now we're gonna go pick up jambalaya. Now, I had no idea what jambalaya was. I thought it was his cousin from the other swamp. Jambalaya is a stew, a cholent that they eat. And it's full of everything in the world that's not kosher. Shrimp and eel and crab and the pig's foot and the pig's tail and the pig's neshama, the pig's soul is in there. And they're fressing this, they're yum jambalaya, jambalaya. My sister made the jambalaya. Yummy, yummy. Geschmacka jambalaya. Jambalaya, jambalaya. Nobody on Fauda is ever this happy. I celebrate the differences between Jews and non-Jews. If you don't think there are differences, you're out of your mind. There are. If you don't believe me, go to Home Depot. Go to Home Depot. Home Depot is a code. It means Jews, you have no business shopping in here. Everyone that's not Jewish walks in there, they know exactly what they need. I need a 3x2 bike pipe with reversible threading and a drip clamp, and the guy's gone. Jews walk into Home Depot, they look constipated. And then a half hour, does anybody work here? Does anybody work here out of pity, out of Rachmanis? They come over to help us. What are you looking for there, Jew? And we have no idea what the stuff's even called. I'm looking for the thing that goes inside. It's the piece that goes in before you put the other, you screw in the piece that's in. Oh, an anchor, that's it, an anchor. Beth, it's called an anchor. Yes, my neighbor, the guy, is gonna help me put shelves up, which is one of the nicest ways to use the word guy. Anti-Semitism. That's your segue. Anti-Semitism. Jamie, that's hating Jews more than you're allowed. Anti-Semitism is at another level now. It's like not even, it's like hidden anti-Semitism. You know, back in the day, you saw a guy with a yarmulke, you punched him. Today it's not original anymore. Now it's hidden anti-Semitism. Every time you do those COVID health questionnaires on your phone, you know, you go, no, 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 I accept. You go to the next page. Has anybody ever read those questions? In the past 14 days, have you felt achy and phlegmy and nauseous, and your ears are ringing, your back's hurting, by your knees a little? Every Jew wakes up every morning with at least 4 COVID symptoms. Every morning we wake up. Sheila, come here, give a sniff. Yeah, I think it's COVID. You think it's COVID? It might be COVID. Cancel culture is anti-Semitic. Cancel culture is anti-Semitic. You say anything about Latinos, Asian, black, trans, gay, you're done, you're finished. There's no second chance. When someone says something bad against Jews, the worst that can happen is they make them visit a Holocaust museum. Which is the stupidest idea in the world. You're taking someone who hates Jews into a Holocaust museum. They come out of there, wow! That was amazing! I want a t-shirt, a hat, something! They're onto something, help me out here! And why? Why does the world hate us? Why? We're the most tolerant nation in the world. We are. Don't look at me like that. We're the most tolerant nation. We are the only religion not recruiting. Think about that for a minute. Every other religion believes you have to join them or you don't get the world to come. The only thing we want is just leave us the hell alone. Just leave us the hell alone. Go do whatever you gotta do. Just leave us the hell alone. Think about it. Think about it. You want to become Christian or Catholic, you go to the church, the cathedral, speak to the priest, the father, whoever's not potchking with the kinderluch that day. You say to him, I want to become a Christian. In 2 seconds, oh, he died for your sins. He loves you. He's a cookie you wouldn't give your dog. And you're in. You want to become a Muslim? Even easier. You go to a mosque or a prison. And you say to the imam, I want to become a Muslim. In 2 seconds, and you're in. Want to become a Jew? Go to a rabbi. Hey, rabbi, I want to become a Jew. What's the first thing he says? No, you don't. The chutzpah to tell the guy, no, you don't. But they come again, really, rabbi, I want to become a Jew. It's not for you. And if they really, really, really want to become Jewish, they have to spend a whole year almost keeping the Sabbath. Like most of you. So I had an idea. If you want to become Jewish, it should be easier but harder. If you want to become Jewish, the only thing you have to do is fly. Fly from New York to Tel Aviv. And Tel Aviv back to New York. With 5 conditions. El Al. Israeli airline. Afternoon flight. Middle seat. No sleeping pill. Economy. Imagine what this poor soul will have to experience. On one side, some massive Israeli with hair coming out of everywhere. How you are? How you are? How are you? Are you are? How you say? How are you? Are? How are you? Are? Or maybe you get a full-blown chassid that comes, the full outfit comes over to you. Hello. My name is Moshe Aaron Shleimi de Komisha Maloni. And for the next 12 hours, the only thing I'm gonna do is fakrazel mapayas. I'm gonna fakrazel mapayas for 12 hours straight. Just like this, put a lot behind my ear. You're gonna think I stopped, but then I'm gonna fakrazel some more and fakrazel around my payas, and you're gonna wanna not look, but you can't not look. When they fakrazel their payas, it's mesmerizing. You fly back and forth and tell me you still want to be Jewish, I'll sign off on the paperwork.
I reread the Bible last year. I reread the Bible. And a lot of stuff gets said about the Bible. Let me tell you something I don't think gets said enough. It is a riveting read. It is riveting. The language is poetic, the characters are flawed and intertwined, the imagery, the ideas. Christianity is not a religion. It is a book club that got out of hand. Aren't they all in a way? Like, it's the great mystery of humanity, don't you think, the Bible? Is it real? Is it made up? Both answers are amazing. Both. Either it all happened and that's one thing, or it was made up. And I hope to God the Bible was made up. Because if the Bible was made up, it's without any shadow of a doubt the greatest work of art that humans have created. Without any shadow of a doubt. 2,000 years old, we got it right. First time. No other creative endeavor has inspired that much love, that much devotion, that much anger. No one has ever said, Back to the Future is so good, I will murder anyone who disagrees with me about it. No one straps a bomb to their stomach and goes, this is in the name of Chandler Bing! You know? Like, we have priests and nuns because of the Bible. That is how good this book is. I think comedy is art. I don't think comedy will ever attain that level of art. Ever, ever. Hey, was Sean McLoughlin funny last night? Funny. I'll never have sex again. I'm going to Africa tomorrow to talk to them about Sean McLoughlin. I'm bringing him to Uganda. No, the Bible gets a kick in the Bible. It really does. But it's a good book. It is a good book, and that's why there's so many different versions of it, so people can share those stories with their communities. And everybody has their own Bible. Be you Coptic, Ethiopian, Lad. You know, there's Bibles really. And I do find it not frustrating. It's odd how so many people I know, smart people, their opinions of the Bible have been dictated by the people who understand it the least. Because you get these groups, you get them in America, you get them over here, and they've read the Bible. They've read all 1,000 pages of the Bible. They know what God was trying to say. They can sum it up in 3 words. And they put those 3 words on their placards. And they stand outside the school and it just says, God hates fags. Fascinating, these people. Fascinating. I just want to know what they think other books are about. Like, if they hated the Harry Potter series, what would be on those placards? You know, broomsticks are expensive. There's homophobia in the Bible. Of course there is. I'm not going to say there isn't, but the book is 2,000 years old. It's still less homophobic than the average Adam Sandler film. It's a book about decency, I think, at its core. Forgiveness. Turn the other cheek. Be charitable. Find common ground with your fellow man. It's not bad. These aren't bad ideas. You know, you want to sum up the Bible in 3 words, you choose something positive. Choose something uplifting. Don't choose 3 words that are heinous. Choose something... how about don't be evil? How about that? Put that on your placards. That's right. That's the second reason why my faith has come back. Because the argument against God was always the same, and it always made sense. Always. It was, you're an idiot if you believe in God. You're a fool, sir, if you believe in God. You really think there's some all-powerful being who's everywhere, and they know where you are, and they can always hear you, and they know your darkest desires. That's just Google I described. Did I just describe Google? Google is God. Google is God. We killed God, and then we replaced it with something far more powerful and far less accountable, I might add. Genuinely, Google and the Catholic Church are so similar. You'd be surprised. They're both very secretive. They try and do good. They fall on their own weight. They don't pay a penny in tax. But at its core, the Catholic Church wants people to be good. Fundamentally good. What does Google want? What do you want? It wants to sell us shit. That's all it wants to do. But it's God. Google is God. It's technology, religion, future and the past. Symmetry. And I'm not, who am I saying? I'm not better than... Am I better than anyone? I'm still on Twitter, I'm still on Facebook, I'm on all that stuff. If you want to contact me directly, by the way, I'm on the Daniel Bedingfield Shot 2-pack at hotmail.com. What's he got to get through? Maybe there is still salvation in this world. We killed the gods, but maybe the new ones will bring us something good. Like, you think about our old friend Mark Zuckerberg. You think about him. Because we're going to keep hitting this guy. We are going to keep hitting him and hitting him and hitting him. And one day he might just snap. He might just give us what we want. He might walk out onto his front lawn and go, you hate me? Fine. You gave me all your data? You fucking gave it to me, remember? Well, you don't want me to have it anymore? Okay, I'll give it back. And he'll go to a massive hard drive he has in his house, and he'll press a button, and he'll release everything. Everything he's got on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Instagram. He'll go, here you go, you want it back? Here's all your data. Here's all your secrets. Here's every late night WhatsApp message you've ever sent. Here's every drunken Facebook message you've ever sent. Here's what everyone at work really calls you. Here's what all your family think of you. Here's all your secrets. You wanted it? Also, here's your genitals. Here's every picture I've got. Here's your dad's dick. Here's your old math teacher's vagina. You want it? Here it is. And he'll release everything. Everything released. A moment of total absolution. And we won't even know where to begin with the amount of information we receive about each other. How can we process that? What? Mary isn't vegan and hates Muslims? What? Everyone knows I shat my pants at the fax machine. That lanky comedian wasn't Lionel Messi. Everyone will know it. Everyone. And we'll just run out into the town square and we'll just look at each other. Everyone will know each other's secrets. Everyone will know each other's business. And for the first time in history, no one will have the high ground. No one. And people will try and claim it. They always do. Like, first, a politician will stand up and say, well, what I think we should do is... And everyone will go, why should we listen to you? We all know you shagged that duck. And then an academic will stand up and will say, why should we listen to you? We all know your favourite film is Boss Baby. And then a handsome man will stand up and we'll go, why should we listen to you? We all know you're not really the bass player from Travis. And what do we do in that moment? What do we do? Do we relearn those old ideas? Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone deserves another chance. Or do we do the one thing we're so fucking good at? Do we find someone to blame? Zuckerberg. We find Mark Zuckerberg. We find out where he lives. God shows us through his maps. And we go to his house and we drag him outside and we make him take that massive hard drive with him. It caused us so many problems, so we make him carry it on his back through the city. And the crowd roars as we rip off his clothes and someone fashions him a hoodie of thorns.
And the ultimate example of we didn't know, Michael Jackson. We didn't know. And he didn't give us any signs. Who would have thought that a glow-in-the-dark skeleton who dressed like Napoleon and lived by himself in an abandoned amusement park with other people's children and a feral chimp would have such a creepy dark side? And if you get to the point in your life when you wake up one morning and think, you know, I need a chimp. You're doing too much. Chimpanzees are horrible animals. If you've ever read a newspaper story about someone who's been attacked by a chimpanzee, the wounds are always horrific. And they're always the same. Because chimpanzees are born with this thing called an attack protocol. Chimpanzees are born knowing how to kill you. The first thing a chimpanzee does when it attacks you, and I'm going to tell you. I want you to know. They say that when a bear attacks you, you're supposed to make yourself look as physically imposing as you possibly can and speak very soothingly. The trial and error that went into figuring that out is written in the blood of campers. Bear! Mersey dotes and dozy dotes and little emsy timey. Don't sing pop songs from the 30s. Next! But bears are so stupid. Bears think we all walk around with shit in our pants. Because everyone they've ever caught well, we're 12 for 12, you tell me. Let's just eat the top half and go find some garbage. Should we tell them we speak English? Why? So we can talk about the shit in their pants? Here's your head. The first thing a chimpanzee does when it attacks you, it breaks your jaw. So you can't bite it. Then, it chews your hands off. So you can't claw it. And then, it tears your genitals off. I guess so you won't rape it. Chimpanzees are so full of themselves. They actually think that even after they've broken your jaw, chewed off your hands, you're still gonna be trying to get him into the sack. Like there are guys chasing them through the jungle. You wouldn't have chewed my hands off if you didn't want it. You wouldn't have come out of the tree if you weren't into it, lady. Yes, my jaw is broken. And my hands are chewed off. And you know what else? I'm tired of all the games. And now, I'm going to tell you all a terrible story. That happened to some children at the Neverland Ranch. Yes, I am. And when I'm done, you're going to laugh. You think that you won't, but you don't have all the information. As everyone knows, Michael Jackson had a chimp named Bubbles, and Bubbles was adorable when it was a baby, because everything is adorable when it's a baby. Rattlesnakes are adorable when they're babies. But then Bubbles grew up and became an adult male chimp, very powerful, very unpredictable, and with the potential for great physical violence. So Bubbles was put into a cage and moved off the beaten path there at the old Neverland Ranch. But Make-A-Wish kids would come to the ranch and they wanted to see Bubbles. And Bubbles would hurl his feces at them, which was not their stated wish. And what you end up with is kids in wheelchairs on grass trying to evade cannonballs of monkey shit. And I like to imagine what that must have looked like to the sound of Louis Armstrong's "What a Wonderful World." I see trees of green. Red roses too.